So we have another fantastic SQT branded multi-tool today, and this is another sort of a hybrid design, and it really captures a lot of the great features from two of Leatherman's fantastic tools, and it sort of combines it into one, all in a package that comes in at 9.5 ounces, 270 grams, and only $40 if you have Amazon Prime. So it packs a ton of value. So it's really getting hard anymore to say what is the best budget multi-tool because there are so many. They are pumping out them so fast, and it seems like they're just getting better and better. It's hard to stay up with all these great multi-tools. And when I say great, I do realize, again, they are copying from Leatherman. Now, as far as the holster is definitely not that great. It's just average. You get this very generic looking holster, so not much to say about that. Now, what we have right here are definitely some huge design cues. I guess that's a generous way to say it. From the Leatherman Free series, the handles look like they're taken right off a Leatherman Free, and even the plier head looks like it's taken right from a Leatherman Free series, like a P4 or the Leatherman Arc. And one of the interesting things to think about is Leatherman says this is the toughest design right here, this triangular head. It's one of their best ones. So what do you think? Does that make this tool one of the best, strongest multi-tools out there if they are copying this best design? Now, I've cut several pieces of a wire cutter with these cutters, and it does seem to take a little bit of it seems to maybe scratch the metal a little bit, but not really damage it at all. I can't see any damage. I felt like the metal was a little bit dull, and it just made it shiny where it was cutting it. So again, no damage. And what you see right here is you actually see a flat cutter on the one side and then an indent for heavy wire cutters on the other. These are replaceable. A lot of people will say, can I fit them in my Arc? No, you cannot. I've tried, and they are different. Now at the bottom, I always forget, a lot of these tools do have a crimper, and when I was doing residential HVAC, I definitely found that a valuable option, so keep that in mind. That has a crimper as well. One of the other forgotten options is these do have rulers on the side, metric and inches as well, so that is another function. Now, what I like about this SQT as opposed to the titanium version is that this one actually does have a pocket clip. It's around $10 cheaper. It does have the pocket clip, but it does not have, again, the titanium style scales. Now, on the outside, again, we do have this hybrid theme going on because we get what looks like a serrated blade right out of the Leatherman Charge with this cutting hook. I actually like having all the extra options on a multi-tool, so I'm actually a fan of that. We do have a 7CR17 blade as well. And then we do have, of course, these are all locking on the outside. We do have a saw blade as well. And then on this side, we do have a set of scissors. Again, I have to say, this tool definitely is not a carbon copy of the Leatherman multi-tool, so a lot of people will want to get this tool to swap out parts, and a lot of times what happens is these pivot sizes are just a little bit too big or a little bit too small to be a direct swap in for your Leatherman. So again, these are not an exact copy from all the times I've found. I don't think I've ever found a tool that's an exact copy. Maybe the Leatherman Micro style, it did fit, but again, it didn't fit perfectly into my Micro. So usually they're always engineered a little bit different, and they're not a perfect replacement. All right, so again, let's talk about the handle. So one of the things you will notice with this is the handle seems to want to veer to the opposite a little bit. So they're not perfectly fitting here at the bottom, but again, it's a $40 tool. If you want perfect alignment, go ahead and spend $200 on a Leatherman Charge, and then you'll probably get that quality. All right, let's go ahead, open this up, look at the inside tools. We've got this great 1/4-inch bit driver, and I can't emphasize it enough. I really do love that it is a nut driver as well. Although I have to say I'm not a huge fan of this tilted design. It does make it a lot harder to use it as a nut driver. but it still does work in a pinch. And then we have these double-sided bits right here. And some of you have complained that these bits fall out when you are using this to hammer something or baton something. Not really sure how to fix that issue, except you probably could wrap this with perhaps a light set of Teflon tape or some tape and wedge it in there a little bit more, but then you might get it stuck, who knows. But again, it's a $40 tool, so you don't have to worry about ruining it as much as a $200 tool. All right, so on this side, what we have right here is a can opener, bottle cap lifter, and a wire stripper there at the bottom. We have a very large screwdriver right here as well. And then we do have this micro screwdriver, which a lot of people love. I love as well. And again, this one will fit in the Leatherman, or the Leatherman's micro driver will fit in here, but this will not fit in the Leatherman. So again, it's designed just a little bit different enough that it will not fit in the Leatherman. So that can't replace a Leatherman bit that you've lost. All right, and then we have the awl right here, and we do have the file. Now, the diamond files on this side, the more coarse files on this side, and again, it is a very small file. So if that is your largest tool that you use or the one you use the most, then unfortunately this tool, again, isn't for you. Now, I think this packs a huge amount of value. Again, it's got some really nice design cues from the Leatherman Free, and it looks nice. I'm not saying they should have done it, but I'm saying that it's a very nice looking tool. And then also it has some pretty fantastic design features from the Charge as well. Again, not necessarily condoning that, but I'm saying that it does look really nice. Now, a lot of people will say the patents are expired, and it's fine. I'll let you decide how you feel about it. But in the end, we do get a very nice looking tool. All right, so let's go ahead again, look at some of its features right here. Again, it talks about needle nose pliers, regular pliers, hard wire cutters, can opener, wire stripper. Talks about the screwdriver, the awl, the screwdriver, file, scissors, serrated knife, wood saw, knife, safety lock, screwdriver socket, back clip, ruler, and then again, screwdriver, and this talks about screwdriver as well. And then one of the things I wanted to point out is the handle material is 3CR13 and then 7CR17. So with these, again, you are not getting the same steel quality as you are from Leatherman, but again, it's $40 as opposed to $150 to $200, so keep that in mind. That's the trade-off. Now, I have used, again, these style tools for a long time for work, and I have to say that they have never really failed me yet. I did have a day camping that got a little bit loose in the handle, but the tools didn't get loose. It was just something started rattling, but that's basically the worst problem I've had with these tools, and they've actually done an excellent job. So again, this is another design from SQT. And I'm sure we'll see other companies. Again, I think this is an umbrella company that pumps all these out, but we'll see different brands probably rebrand the same design, but looks excellent right now. So again, for $40, if you have Amazon Prime, probably one of the best deals out there for what you're getting.